You probably clicked on this video because you want to be properly guided before starting that visa application, right? Great, you're on the right track. The tips I'll be sharing actually are what immigration consultants charge a lot of money for, but you'll be getting them for free because I'm hoping everything works out for you so you can be in Portugal next year. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to hook up with you someday for a cup of coffee if you'll be coming to Braga where I live. Hey lovelies, welcome to Immigrate with Amy. If you're new here, you're welcome. My name is Amy. Here I share tips on how to immigrate to Portugal through study, sharing my experiences as a Nigerian immigrant living in Portugal. And I'm hoping you find it worthwhile after watching this video so you can subscribe and become part of this great family. Today, I'll be talking about some obvious mistakes a lot of people make when applying for a visa as an international student. This is also applicable to anyone looking forward to applying for any kind of visa. The whole essence is to help you avoid these mistakes because they could cause a visa rejection. Yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get started. The first mistake you should avoid when applying for a visa is late application. The processing time for Portuguese visa takes time these days, unlike 4 years ago when we applied. So I would recommend you apply on time, at least 6 months before your arrival. That would give enough time for processing. For instance, if you apply 2 or 3 months before your resumption time, the embassy already knows you will meet up and that could cause a visa rejection. But applying on time saves you a lot of stress in case something happens. Maybe you're being denied a visa, you would have enough time to make an appeal and still meet up with academic activities. The second mistake I'll be sharing with you guys, which you should avoid, is having a poor profile. This is very crucial, but a lot of people overlook this. Apart from the documents required when applying for a visa, it's always good to provide other documents that can boost your application. For instance, a recommendation letter. If you're currently working for an organization or you previously worked for one, I would recommend you get a recommendation letter from that organization because it will boost your application. If you recently graduated from a university, please get a recommendation letter from your university and ensure the letter is written on the letterhead of your university or your organization, because providing a recommendation letter says a lot about you. It helps the embassy to see you on a better light. They see you as a worker, they see you as someone who is coming to help the economy rather than a liability or someone who could be an immigration risk to their country. So if you can get a recommendation letter, it will be very helpful to your application. The third point I'll be giving is intention to study in Portugal. Proof of intention. Remember, we are talking about studying in Portugal, right? Either you like it or not, a lot of people are applying for a Portuguese visa. So, for yours to stand out, you need to show an intention to study in Portugal. You need to go an extra mile to show that you have that intention to study in Portugal. For instance, in the area of payment of tuition, some of you, if not a lot of you, already know that some Portuguese universities do not require payment of tuition until you've arrived in Portugal. So, if this is the case for you, kindly make a request to your university so you can make a payment. Even if it's half payment of your tuition, right? That would go a long way to show that you have an intention to study in Portugal. Another way I think you can show proof of intention to study in Portugal is by booking your accommodation in the city where your university is, because failure to do so can cause the embassy to deny you a visa. And if there are other ways you can show proof of intention, please do so because it will help your application greatly. The next one is insufficient funds. If you be applying for a Portuguese visa and you don't have money, or you haven't been saving money for your study, that would make the embassy not to give you a visa. Yeah, so I would recommend, you save up on time, because the truth is the current situation in Nigeria, a lot of people know that Nigerians are looking for a way out. So for yours to stand out, you need to save up, or better still, get a sponsor. The use of a sponsor in Portugal is highly encouraged. And the good thing about it is it can be anybody. If you don't have anyone from your family who would be capable enough to sponsor your education, kindly get someone else. But please ensure that the person's account is active, because we've had situations where people use accounts that has not been active for some months. That would make the embassy not to grant you a visa. Also, make sure that the account, has sufficient balance. Please avoid the bulk of the money coming into your account when you're almost applying for a visa. That would make the embassy not to grant you a visa. The next one I'll be sharing with you guys is fake documents. Applying for a visa with documents that are not genuine is a valid ground for the embassy not to grant you a visa. And you're also likely to be banned for some years. Yeah, you all know that credentials and financial documents are what a lot of people use for a forgery. And in the case of Portuguese embassy, they are well trained at what they do. They go to the length of confirming with the relevant authorities. So you can never run away from it. They will catch you. Imagine someone trying to buy a BSc certificate in order to apply for a master's degree. Guy, they go catch you. You can never run away from it. Yeah, but I know you guys are different, right? We don't want to do that. The next point I'll be sharing with you guys is travel history. Travel history is also another reason why people are being denied a visa. If you've traveled abroad before, the embassy might be interested to know about your travel history. Also, if you've overstayed your visa in any country, or maybe you had an immigration problem somewhere, that could be another reason for the embassy not to grant you a visa. Crime history is also another reason why people are being denied a visa. If you've had a crime or whatsoever, and your police clearance report captures it, that would be a valid ground not to grant you a visa. In fact, it will be very difficult to get that visa. If you have a rip in your passport, or you have a missing page or pages sort of, that could make the embassy to reject your visa application. And I will tell you why. Some people who have done some bad things in the past and they don't want to be recognized, they would damage a part of their passport a little bit. A lot of embassies are aware of this, and that could cause them not to grant you a visa. So I would recommend, if you have a damaged passport, please get a replacement to avoid any rejection of a visa. Please keep in mind that the Portuguese embassy has the right to either grant or reject your visa application. But you have to do everything in your place not to give them any reason to reject your visa application. I'll try as much as I can to make another video on how to make an appeal in case you get a visa rejection. Yeah, these are all I have for you guys in this video. I hope you like it. If you do, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button down below and turn on that post notification so you always get to know whenever I post a new video. Thank you so much guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.